Loretta Selman. Now the question is she going to keep the hook? $269.9 decision being made right now. All right, going to turn it down. First puller in every class has the option to keep their hook or just drop 6 spots in the running order and rehook. Once they make that decision to rehook, they cannot go back and take that option back. Whoa. So right now she went 269.9. She opted to take the option. So basically that 269.9 distance is deleted. So regardless of what happens from this point on, if the truck is broke and she can't make it back out onto the track, so if the truck were to break or something such as that, then she simply would not get a distance. She would not be able to go back and keep that old distance that she opted out of. Two lady drivers right in a row. Well, I take that back. Nicole is not driving tonight. Husband Matt is driving the truck. Matt Strange. Out of New Virginia, Iowa. Usually Matt's wife drives this truck, Nicole. Matt has his own pickup, which he totally redone, done some fiberglass body work on it and such, doesn't have the truck ready yet for this season. Spends a lot of time working on a lot of other folks' pickups for this pro stock class up in the New Virginia, Iowa area. Two trucks in a row, both choosing that left side of the track. Every puller has the right to spot that sled wherever they'd like between the chalk boundary lines of the track. The tractors are going to love this track, this wide track out here at Sweet Springs, Missouri. How many Dodge fans we got here tonight? Dodge people. Mopar fans, make some noise. Matt Strange. Running a Hemi 99. Hemi heads are not allowed in the class. The Hemi 99 was not actually a hemispherical head, but they called it a Hemi 99. Dodge did, Mopar did back when the 5.7 Hemi came out as a marketing ploy. Something in the front end, let go. Something in the front end was just along for the ride. The back end was trying to do all the work. You saw the front end start chattering right out of the hole. All that bouncing took something out in the front. I'm not sure if it was a drive shaft. Very well may have been a ring and pinion. Now, they worked on that truck all night and all day today. Had some fuel issues with it. Broke the starter on it last night. The starter stayed engaged when they were pulling last night. So they broke the starter, had fuel system problems, didn't have fuel pressure, and they come out here tonight at Sweet Springs and broke something in the front end. Matt Strange goes 189.79, 189.79. Case IH, a global leader in agricultural equipment, with a network of dealers and distributors committed to working with customers, providing agricultural equipment and flexible financial services, providing the most powerful and reliable equipment to meet today's agricultural challenges. If you're looking for a new tractor, a new piece of equipment, check out Case IH at your local Case IH dealer. You can also go online at caseih.com.
At Harvest, you have one goal: finding the perfect flow of grain from the field to the bin. Case IH axial flow combines are engineered for matched capacity to deliver proven grain savings, so you can keep efficiency flowing smoothly. Find yours with a Case IH axial flow.
Chevrolet pickup called Bad News. Sticking with that far left side of the track, these drivers, these teams come out and walk the track before the show starts. And they'll poke and prod on that track. They're looking for the best bite, the best traction to be had out there, and they'll choose their line accordingly. But right now, every team so far choosing that far left side. Folks, we've got the Super Clean tent over here. Super Clean cleaning products. Come over and sign up for some prizes. They got lots of prizes and samples to give away. Super Clean, it's not just for the garage, ladies. You can use it in the kitchen and around the house as well. Great on barbecue grills. I know that from experience. Super Clean. Come over and get signed up for some great prizes and some samples. Chad Mears out of St. Joe, Missouri. Chevrolet called Bad News. Oh, didn't get on top of it. Come out. He was trying to get the sled rolling before he jumped into it. Wasn't breaking the tires loose like he thought he was going to. I think we'll see him jump in the throttle a little harder. We'll hear a little more RPM. Some of these trucks out here this afternoon will turn upwards of 10,000 revolutions per minute, ladies and gentlemen. These pro stock pickups will turn up to 10,000. Some of them will click over 10,000 revolutions per minute. We got any Chevrolet fans here today? Chevrolet people? This is a pretty tough truck right here. I guarantee you he's going to come out a little bit different this time. Chad Mears, Bad News. How about it, going after that Ford of Loretta Selman? Of course, she dropped her hook, so forgot about that. Had to get past the Dodge of Matt Strange, and he did that with ease. .76 feet, 286.76. Give Chad Mears a round of applause. See if he can hang on to that lead. Big class of pro stock pickups. $13 of them. Ecotuning.com. Ecotuning, a leader in helping you gain fuel efficiency as well as more power from your farm equipment in a safe, reliable, and proven method. More power, less fuel from your farm equipment. Ecotuning.com. Next puller, going to be Jerry Wallender out of Garden City, Missouri, Chevrolet pickup called Shock and All. Pretty tough running Chevrolet. Has his engines built over in Wellsville, Kansas. Well, they're pushing that sled over as close to that left boundary as they possibly can. Now, remember those tires. If the tires of the vehicle, the pulling vehicle, get in that chalk, it's automatic disqualification. So they got to be careful getting that close to that chalk boundary. Any chalk on the tires, and it's DQ time. And I'm not talking about Dairy Queen. Got to beat 286.76. Jerry Wallender, Shock and All. Oh, he's knocking on the door down there. Did he get past Chad Mears' 286.76 mark? He did. 290.86. 290.86. They are building a road. Something that happens quite often in this pickup class, usually after the sun goes down, when the moisture starts coming up in the track. They start getting a little more traction and building a road. Not always the case when the sun is out in the middle of the day, but at this point, it looks like that's what's happening. They're building a road. Shaffer Oil and Shaffer Specialized Lubricants. We've got a Shaffer rep here today. Would love to talk to you. You want to talk about Shaffer Oil, converting your vehicles over to Shaffer Oil, whether it be on the farm, at your business, or your daily driver. Shaffer Oil, been around since 1839. Got to be doing something right to be in the oil business with that kind of longevity. Shaffer Oil, ShafferOil.com.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Shaffer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Shaffer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Shaffer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Every single vehicle going down this pulling track tonight in competition is burning VP Racing fuel, whether it be VP Racing gasoline, whether it be methanol, whether it be diesel fuel, even the water injection systems in the turbocharged tractors. That water provided by VP Racing Fuels. Check them out at vpracingfuels.com. See the large assortment of VP Racing Fuel products and additives for your daily driver. Patrick Yogerst, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Iron Maiden. All right, Chevrolet in the lead. Ford people, help him out. I don't know a whole lot about this truck, but it is a dandy. Looks nice. Iron Maiden. 276.16, 276.16. Did not have his neck collar or his fire retardant gloves on. That is automatic disqualification. You must run all of the safety equipment required by the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. So tough break for Patrick Yogers. Miles Jumps coming up next. Ford pickup out of Mound City called Noise Complaint. Don't forget to make your way over here to the Super Clean tent. The Super Clean girls have some products over here they'd like to show you. Sign up for the chance to win some of those products. She might even have some samples there for you as well. Super Clean. Not just for the garage. You can use it in the kitchen and all around the house. I've used it personally on my barbecue grill where it works awesome. We actually had a little oil on that big blow-up Shaffer's oil barrel over there yesterday. I used some Super Clean on that, and it took the oil right off of it there on the yellow part. So come over and check out the Super Clean products. All right, back to the Ford camp for the Ford fans. Miles Jumps out of Mound City, Missouri. Pickup's called Noise Complaint. 290.86, the Chevrolet of Jerry Wallender at the top of the class right now in the lead at 290.86. $290.86, the mark to beat. I think Miles Jumps is going to come up a little bit short. .55 feet, 282.55. Good enough for the number 3 spot right now. We're talking about the VP Racing fuels in all classes here, the official spec fuel of the Outlaws. The fuel of choice in this particular class is a VP Racing fuel, gasoline, 116 octane. It's called Q16 oxygenated racing fuel, racing gasoline from VP Racing Fuels. And you thought putting 89 octane or 91 octane in your daily driver was mean stuff. 116 octane. It's off the charts. All right, here's going to bring our option puller back, Loretta Selman. She was our first puller. Exercised her option, said she didn't want to keep that hook. Got to make it count this time. A little deeper into the class now and pulling in that 6th position may actually benefit her if they're actually building a road out there, if the track's getting better. She might get down the track a little bit farther. So Keith Hammonds will be on deck. The bipolar Chevy coming off a win last night in Montgomery City. Toby Vanderpool with chain stretcher be in the hole. Frosted Frog coolers and tumblers, the coolest coolers on planet Earth. Frosted Frog coolers based out of Rock Valley, Iowa. Very similar to, yet more inexpensive than that cooler company that's 4 letters, starts with a Y, ends with an I. You know what I'm talking about. And the Frosted Frog coolers come in just about any color you can imagine, not to mention many colors in camouflage as well. They keep coming out with new sizes and different designs of coolers. They also have tumblers there. They do laser etching. Check them out, frostedfrog.com. Coolest coolers on planet Earth. All right, Loretta Selman could not get a fire built in the Rat Trap Ford. Rat Trap Ford going to drop to the last spot in the class, going to drop to last, unable to get it started. Bringing out former points champion Keith Hammonds out of Green City, Missouri. This truck won the points championships in this class 3 years running with the Outlaws, 2017, 18, and 19. Coming off a win last night in Montgomery City. Got a couple wins on the season. Good running Chevrolet out of Green City, Mo. Got to beat 290.86. Bipolar. Oh, he's right there. He's right in there. Had to beat 290.86. How about 302.42? 302.42. Keith Hammonds pushes the bipolar Chevy into the top spot here. That guy's tough. Tough to beat. This next truck getting pretty tough to beat here as of late. Got a couple wins on the season. Toby Vanderpool, the chain stretcher Chevrolet. Toby's out of Indianola, Iowa. Outlaws will be pulling in Indianola, Iowa a week from tonight. County Fair up there. Got a lot of pulls going on next week, as a matter of fact. 6 pulls in 4 days, starting Thursday through Saturday. So we start out in Britt, Iowa on Wednesday, go to Sac City, Iowa on Thursday. Then we'll be pulling in Corydon, Iowa on Friday, as well as Pawnee City, Nebraska on Friday. Then we'll be in Indianola, Iowa on Saturday, and Concord, Nebraska on Saturday as well. So a lot of pulling coming up next week. A lot of pulling coming up in the next few weeks, to be honest with you. We're going to be really busy pulling with the Outlaws here in the next month or so. You can check out that full schedule online at outlawpulling.com or download the Outlaw Pulling app. You can get the Outlaw Pulling app totally free at the Google Play Store. Download it right now. You can keep track of your distances as the pull happens here, as it's happening in real time. That app is updated. You get those distances. You can find out who the points leaders are when those points changes occur. You can also find the full Outlaw schedule there as well. the Outlaw Pulling app. Also, check us out at outlawpulling.com, our official website, and check us out on Facebook at Outlaw Pulling. And Instagram as well, Outlaw Pulling on the Instagram, all the social media outlets. Toby Vanderpool and the chain stretcher. .42, the mark to beat. Toby currently sitting tied with Rat Trap for the top spot in Pro Stock 4x4 points. Toby Vanderpool getting after it. I don't think he's got the distance to get past the bipolar truck. We'll find out in a moment. But I was just looking at the Outlaw Pulling app and was looking at the point standings. That truck right there is tied with the Rat Trap Ford for the top spot right now, 139 points each. Chain stretcher moves into the number 3 spot, bumps Chad Mears down to 4th, 288.71, 288.71 feet. The number 3 truck in the points coming into Sweet Springs here tonight. Brett Stamps out of New Market, Iowa. Troublemaker. Chevrolet pickup. Took 3rd last night over at Montgomery City out of 12 pickups. Got to beat 302.42 to take the lead. I tell you what, I knew it was going to be a good one. He had a lot of speed here at mid-track. That's always a good indicator. Had to beat 302.42. 305.99. Give Brett Stamps a round of applause. The troublemaker stirring up trouble here in the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive class as he moves into the lead. Off-road belts, offroadbelts.com. Folks, we order a lot of products online these days. I mean, of course, with COVID happening and such, we really started buying a lot of products online. Now, I know we go to the store a lot. We go to the farm store to get belts for the lawnmower, for things like that. You go to the hardware store to get belts for the vacuum cleaner. You can buy all those belts in one location online at offroadbelts.com. Belts from your vacuum cleaner to your oil rig, from your garden tractor to your combine. Offroadbelts.com. They'll deliver them right to your door. Dave Walters coming up out of Villisca, Iowa, with a Tater Wagon 2. Another Chevrolet pickup. Tater Wagon currently sitting in the number 6 spot overall in points. Finished 4th last night, right behind the truck that just went down the track, the Troublemaker. .99 feet, the mark to beat. Dave Walters, Tater Wagon. Knocking on the door. .289.73 feet, 289.73. That'll put him in the number 4 spot. Four trucks to go before we start blowing some smoke. 9,500-pound limited pro stock class. Folks, we got cheeseburgers and cold drinks over here. Got the concession stand set up right beside the announcer's trailer here. If you're hungry, you're thirsty, make sure you stay hydrated. Get you something cold to drink. Stop over and see the folks over here at the Super Clean tent. Stop over and see the folks at Shaffer Oil at the Shaffer Oil tent. Sean Shilp out of Henley, Missouri. Fool's Fortune Chevrolet. .305.99. These pro stock pickups, every single one of them have went down the track on that far left side. Sean Shilp, Fool's Fortune. Oh, he'll want to do that one again. Didn't get past the 100-foot mark. We'll pull him back and give him another shot here. Well, I can hear him cranking on it, trying to get it fired up. There we go. Every puller has that option. You can get out of it for the 100-foot mark. If it doesn't feel right, maybe you got it in the wrong gear. For whatever reason, maybe it was bouncing. Pull back on the throttle before 100 foot. We'll give you one more shot. Sean Schilt making a good pass. $295.18. That puts him in the number 3 position with 3 to go. Next puller, defending points champion in the Outlaw Pro Stock Division, Derrick Brown out of Seneca, Missouri, coming up, a Chevrolet pickup called Hauling Grass. Had a tough go of it last night. Tough track over at Montgomery City. Derrick ended up 8th last night out of 12 trucks over at the Montgomery County Fair. Currently, Hauling Grass sits in the number 4 spot in points. Only 3 points out of the lead. That's how close this class is. In the 4th position, only 3 points out of the lead. $305.99 feet, the distance to beat. Brett Stamps, the troublemaker. Chevrolet sits atop the field right now. Defending points champion out of Seneca, Missouri. This is Derrick Brown. Hauling Grass. He's a landscaper, runs a landscaping company. Burns it in there. I don't think it's enough. We'll find out. You're going to be close. Going to be right in there in that 3rd, possibly 2nd. We'll see. 293.26. 293.26 puts him in the number 3 spot. Two to go. Nathan Breheim set to go next. Out of Sedalia, Missouri. Chevrolet pickup called Breaking Loose. Chevrolet in the lead. Ford is going to get the last say Loretta Selman, the Rat Trap 4, to be the last hook right after Nathan Breheim. Rolls the slack out of the chain. Turn him loose. Nathan Breheim out of Sedalia. Not going to get there. .41 feet, 287.41 for Nathan Breheim. Drops him into the number 8 spot with 1 to go. Loretta Selman, the only lady driver in the class tonight. She was the first hook, dropped that hook, couldn't get it started for the number 6 spot where she was supposed to pull. Went ahead and dropped her to the last position. Let the truck cool off enough before we can get it started. Truck currently sits atop the field in points in the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive division. Finished 5th last night in Montgomery City. Truck currently tied numerically with the chain stretcher for that top spot. Finished 3rd this season. Best finish this season was 3rd in 4 different locations. Finished 3rd both nights in Ravenna, Nebraska back in June. Finished 3rd on Friday night at Rock Valley, Iowa. And 3rd in Manila, Iowa as well. Looking for the first win of the season. Loretta Selman, Garden City, Missouri. Rat Trap, Ford people, help her out. Chevrolet in the lead at 305.99. Oh, she got out there. I don't think it's enough. I don't think she got enough to win it. She's going to be up there in the top 4 or so. 291.69 feet, 291.69. Puts her in the number 5 spot. So the rundown, the top 10 goes like this. Chad Mears coming in 10th with Bad News. 9th goes to Nathan Breheim with Breaking Loose. Toby Vanderpool in the chain stretcher goes 8th. The Tater Wagon, Dave Walters in 7th. Jerry Wallender, Shock and All, is in the number 6 spot. Loretta Selman, the Rat Trap, in 5th. Defending champ Derrick Brown with Holland Grass in the number 4 spot. Sean Shilp with Fool's Fortune takes 3rd. Bipolar, Keith Hammonds goes 2nd, and Brett Stamps, the troublemaker, goes number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to our Pro Stock 4x4s. Going to put a little weight in the sled. Shouldn't take any time at all. We'll shift gears and start blowing some smoke. 9,500-pound limited Pro Stocks are coming up. If you want to stretch your legs real quick, the Sweet Springs FFA has a concession booth set up over here under the blue tent beside the announcer's trailer. like they've got hamburgers and chips and cold drinks. What? Hot dogs? You got hot dogs as well? I'm going to have to get a menu here. Cubic inch limit. That's the light limited pro stock. I'm jumping ahead there. 640 cubic inch limit, 24.5 inch wide tires. Must be an ag tractor, ag transmission and rear end, no aftermarket, no component chassis. One turbocharger. They're allowed one turbocharger, 4.1 inches on the intake side, on the inlet side of the turbocharger. These tractors do run water injection. That water being injected in these tractors must be VP water, as well as the diesel fuel must be VP diesel fuel. Yep. Kurt Van Beek's got some stuff there. He's passing out some fanny packs with some goodies in it from DeKalb. DeKalb brand seed corn. A history of success starts with the consistent yield potential of DeKalb brand corn, featuring exclusive genetics, whole farm solutions, and unmatched dealer support to help you realize the future of performance. DeKalb is a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. I tell you what's really useful in those right now. There's a microfiber towel in there that is awesome for wiping your brow on a hot day like today. I've got 3 or 4 of those towels I've been using yesterday and today, working out here in the hot sun. Thanks to DeKalb. There's also some DeKalb sunglasses in there, some lip balm. What else is in there, Kurt? It's kind of a neat little fanny pack thing there. They're right there. I'll look to see what's in here. Sunglasses are pretty cool. Also, Madison with Super Clean is out passing out some samples, folks. Put your hand up, yell for her. She's got a box of goodies there, some samples from Super Clean. Check them out. Try them out. Good product. Oh, there's a water bottle in here as well, in the DeKalb fanny pack. Water bottle with a lid on it and a cap, some sunglasses, that microfiber towel, and some lip balm. Loading weight into that Ironman sled. Each one of those bricks is 2,000 pounds. Each one of those bricks is 12 inches by 12 inches by 36 inches. And they're heavier than a smart car. About 150 pounds heavier. Once again, Madison with Super Clean is walking over here on the pit side, or on the announcer side of the track. Between classes, after the 9,500 Limited Pro Stock class, before the next class, she'll go over on the other side, folks. So we don't want you to feel left out over there, okay? Maybe we can get Kurt to take some of these DeKalb summer fanny packs over there as well. All right, 9,500 pound Limited Pro Stock. First puller going to be Corey Schluter. The Grand River Deer 3. This is his grandpa's old tractor. This tractor used to be run by Clem Schluter. Here we go. How many John Deere fans we got here today? Let him hear you. Corey Schluter out of Carrollton, Missouri. Grand River Deer 3. Good hook for Corey Schluter. Corey and Chuck Schluter, father-son pulling team. They come here armed with 4 tractors this weekend. 298.57 feet. He is the first puller. Will he keep the pass? Going to keep it. 298.57. Did anybody drive a long ways to get here tonight? Anybody drive a really long ways to get here? Raise your hand. If you drove a long way, how far did you drive to get here, sir? How many miles? 70. We got a couple of visitors here tonight that traveled about 2,400 miles to get here from Tokyo, Japan. Here for the very first time, their very first truck and tractor pull. They work for Toyota from Tokyo, Japan, here at their first tractor pull. Kaz and Yama. Kaz and Yama, appreciate you coming. Enjoy. We don't know where they're at right now, but they're here somewhere. Welcome. Tyler Paddock, next puller out of Mound City, Kansas. Young man's 20 years old. Tractor's called In Too Deep. He's one of our young guns. $298.57, the mark to beat to get past Corey Schluter and the Grand River Deer. Currently number 3 in the point standings. Only 7 points out of first. Tyler Paddock in too deep. Tyler Paddock ventures out towards the middle of the track there. Had to beat 298.57. Tyler Paddock goes 308.13. 308.13 for the lead. Give him a round of applause. We have 15 tractors in this limited pro stock class. So next puller going to be Ken Summers out of Buckner, Missouri. Folks venture out to Buckner, Missouri on September 11th of this year up to Sibley Orchard in Buckner, where Ken Summers and his group up there host the Outlaws, a co-sanctioned event. 3 organizations there. The Outlaws will be there September 11th. That weekend in September is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. We're calling it the Red, White, and Back the Blue weekend in Missouri. We'll be in Warrensburg on Friday, September 10th. We'll be in Buckner on Saturday, September the 11th. Ken spots the sled over on the far left side. Ken's my buddy. Ken and I put on the Cowtown Showdown indoor tractor pull in Kansas City in March. Done that for a couple of years. We didn't do it this year due to COVID restrictions. We'll be back there in 2022. Out of Buckner, Missouri, Ken Summers, colorblind. Ken Summers getting after it, got dangerously close to that boundary on the left side. But he was hauling the mail, had to get on that brake just a little bit, that right brake to hold it in bounds. Trying to beat Tyler Paddock's mark of 308.13, 308.13. Ken Summers takes the lead, 322.18, 322.18 for the lead. Colorblind. You know where that name comes from on that tractor? He drives a John Deere on the pulling track, but he's a farmer, and all of his tractors on the farm are red. Case IH. Whether you're in the cab or off the farm, you're in control with Case IH. The new AFS Connect Steiger puts power and productivity at your fingertips. The all-new cab designed to provide for maximized comfort and connectivity. With the all-new AFS Pro 1200 display and AFS Vision Pro operating system, you get the full AFS Connect experience no matter if you're on or off the farm. Visit your local Case IH dealer to see how the AFS Connect Steiger gives you the freedom to farm your way. CaseIH.com. Title.
In nature, on the farm, at the game, on the farm, in the moment, on the farm, in the conversation, on the farm. With Case IH AFS Connect, you're free to farm, share data, and manage your fleet. However, whenever, and wherever you want. Case IH, rethink productivity.
Folks, stop over at the souvenir trailer. Get you a t-shirt or a hat, a hoodie. Might not need that hoodie tonight. We have had some cool nights this summer. Get you a 2021 souvenir book, Outlaw Souvenir Catalog. Full color program highlighting our points winners from last season, as well as all of our sponsors. Has our schedule in there as well. Even has a coloring section for the kids in the 2021 Outlaw Souvenir Program. Stop over and see Delton over at the Outlaw Souvenir Trailer. Pick up your program today. Ken Summers raised the bar just a few moments ago with the colorblind John Deere. He went 322.18. Very tough tractor right here. Very tough driver in Connie Mullenix, the gopher out of Unionville. Going to take a shot at Ken Summers right here. Going to do a little deer hunting, Connie is. That's husband Jerry over there. I think Jerry gets more excited about pulling the tractor than Connie does. Rolls the slack out of the chain. Ladies, help her out. Connie Mullenix, the gopher. Wow, give her a round of applause. Held that front end way up there for a long ways, maybe a little too high at first. The only problem with those big wheelies like that is your hook point at the back, where the chain hooks to the tractor, it actually lowers that hook point, putting less pressure, less downforce on the hitch, which equals less downforce on those rear tires. Had to beat 322.18. .13 puts her in the number 3 spot. Definitely a balancing act. You want to pull that front end up just a little bit, just a couple of feet. Want to keep your hitch height in the back, then transfer that weight hanging on the front of the tractor and all that tractor's weight onto the rear tires as well. So you got to get that balance just right. Get it too light in the front end comes way up, you lose your hitch height in the back. Too much weight on the front, you never pull the front end up, you never get that weight ballast from the front of the tractor transferred to the rear tires. So kind of a gamble at times, sometimes. But give Connie Molnix a round of applause. She's in the number 3 spot right now. Ken Summers and Colorblind will hang on to the number 1 spot for now.
That's 10:56. Jesse guys are trying a little cross tracking. Goes from left to right. Looks like it was purposely done. The 309.3, 309.30, good enough for the number 3 spot. At this point with 6 tractors to go, 309.3. Next puller going to be Doug Ruth. The Ruthless Binder out of Downing, Missouri. Well, it looks like we have a couple of tractors actually broke when they were making the call. They were signed up, but broke last night. There are actually 3 tractors left. 3 tractors. Limited Pro drivers, if you park back here on the return road, starting to stack them up back here. We need to get those moved as soon as we can. Schaffer oil, stay on track, run faster, cooler with Schaffer. Schaffer's lubricants are designed with high-quality base oils and an additive package designed to make every vehicle keep its cool better while producing more power and reducing wear. Schaffer'sOil.com, Schaffer Oil and Schaffer Specialized Lubricants. in the competition? Or is he simply flipping a coin here? He's just taking a gamble. We'll find out soon enough. Pretty tough practice. Seasoned veteran behind the wheel. Doug Ruth, the whole family pulls. Rock Valley, Iowa. She came out, done a great job, won one session up there, and actually won the Rock Award in her first time behind the wheel. The whole family of pulling. Doug Ruth at the helm tonight. 322.18 to mark the beat. International people, make some noise out of Downing, Missouri. The Ruthless Binder. Trying to put that colorblind John Deere on the trailer. Pull the front end way high, right out of the hole. So 295.73 feet. 295.73. I'll put that down in the 9th position. Four-one drivers, if you parked back here on the return road, which it looks like mostly all of you did, we need to get those tractors moved. Two tractors to go. Jared Workman coming up next. Out of Montgomery City, Missouri. Pro-Puller tires. Power means nothing without traction. Pro-Puller tires well represented in this limited pro stock class here tonight, as well as our light limited pro stock and our light super stock divisions tonight. Checking out ProPullerTires.com, based out of Nebraska. 4 sizes available. Brand new tractor right here, Jared Workman. Last night was Maiden Boyce. They just finished this thing up yesterday afternoon. Put the last screw in it yesterday. They pulled it last night. Had a little bit of trouble. They did a little bit of tinkering. Wasn't running 100%, but I'm sure they made some adjustments on this tractor last night or this morning before showing up here in Sweet Springs today. So only the second pass down the track here with this brand new tractor, Jared Workman. Calls it Goliath. Got to get past 322.18. Right there, that sound it made, that flutter is how it sounded last night. They obviously made some adjustments because that was a nice pass. 312.39. 312.39. That puts it in the number 2 spot. Nice hook. Second time down the track for Jared Whitman and the line. Fire is a proprietary blend of liquefied fire suppressant gases that not only puts out the fire, but leaves zero mess. 100% guaranteed it's made right here in the United States of America. Okay. Every one of our crew members, every one of our tech officials out there are equipped with Scott Firefight extinguishers. They've got these small Scott Fire bottles hanging on their hips. They've got holsters for those. The pullers love it because it leaves no mess. It'll spray all that chemical and all that water and soap mixed in there. It leaves zero mess. You get your very own at ake.com. Scott Firefight extinguisher is the best fire extinguisher in the world, period. Gary Barnett, out of Ravenna, Nebraska. This tractor is running really good here in 2021. Oh, getting after it. Was it enough? 322.18, the mark to beat. Had to beat that mark to win it. He goes 316.85, 316.85, good enough for the number 2 spot.
280. Light Superstock. There. And Yellow Fever, Minneapolis Moline. Unionville, Missouri. My grand. Yep. Brake pretty hot for some reason on that tractor. You can actually smell that brake material in the air. Looking down the line here at the schedule. Next week, going to be a busy week for us. 6 pulls in 4 days. 4 in Iowa, 2 in Nebraska. We'll have 2 pulls at the same time Friday night and Saturday night. So next Wednesday, will be in Britt, Iowa, the Iowa sweep. Britt on Wednesday, Sac City. In Mound City on a Sunday night. Weeping Water, Nebraska on August 12th, August 13th in West Point, Nebraska. Then August 14th will be in Macon, Missouri, the Central Missouri Honor Flight pull in Macon on August the 14th. Don't want to miss that one. Then Tuesday, August 17th, Wednesday, August 18th at 1 p.m. We'll be back at the Iowa State Fair, Super National Outlaw event. Then on Friday and Saturday that same week, we'll be in Wisner, Nebraska, Super National event, Thunder by the River. The following Saturday, we'll be in Chickasha, Oklahoma for Thunder and Tornado Alley. And also on August 28th, we'll be at an event in Madison, South Dakota. September 10th and 11th, the Red, White, and Back the Blue weekend in Missouri. September 10th, Friday night in Warrensburg. September 11th in Buckner. September 17th will be in Cape Girardeau. September 19th will be in Spencer, Iowa. Now, if you can't remember all that, check us out online at outlawpulling.com. Download the Outlaw Pulling app or go to our Facebook page, Outlaw Pulling, on Facebook and Instagram as well. Jim Scheffler getting backed up to the sled, the Too Much Fun tractor out of Hancock, Iowa. Jim Scheffler and Too Much Fun, currently fourth in points in his light super stock division. Here we go. Too Much Fun. Jim Scheffler quietly riding up that left side there. .53 feet, 247 and 53 for Too Much Fun out of Hancock, Iowa. Unleash the power with Air Dog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems. For most diesel engines, whether it's your semi, your farm tractor, or off-road performance, Air Dog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems will increase power, improve fuel economy, reduce emissions, smooth engine idle, and improve injector life. Check them out at airdogdiesel.com. Air Dog Diesel, what it does is removes the air from the fuel. Your diesel fuel actually gets air in it. When it gets sloshed around in the tank, actually decreases power, hurts fuel economy, emissions. Get it all back with Air Dog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems. airdogdiesel.com. Ecotuning.com, your diesel tuning experts. Tuning all things ag since 2005 for most makes and models. More power, less fuel with Eco Tuning. Mark Ulmer currently sits number 2 in points. Also your defending points champion from 2020. Mark Ulmer himself drives 2 tractors in this class. This tractor is second. His other tractor is a diesel burner. It is first in points. So Mark Ulmer himself running 1 and 2 in points in the light superstock class. This tractor won the points race last year. The tractor that's leading the points right now won the points race the year before in 2019. Pretty tough running tractor right here. Get ready. Mark Ulmer out of Minnow, South Dakota. Eleanor. Y'all don't need me to tell you we got a new leader, do you? Mark Ulmer puts it way out there. Looks like the longest pull of the night so far. We'll wait for that official distance. He had to get past the mark set by Derrick Otto at 284.79. Which I'm pretty sure he got that covered. We just need to find out that official distance. .331.4, 331.4, longest pull of the night so far. Give Mark Ulmer a round of applause. And he's not done yet. He's got another one. Got the weapon back here. We'll see him back in just a little bit with the weapon. Case IH diesel burner currently leading the points. Graham Tire, your tire store next door. Whether it's tires for your daily driver, your work truck, your tractor, your garden tractor, your go-kart, don't matter. Go see him at Graham Tire, your tire store next door. Tell them the Outlaws sent you. Should have Lauren Boyce coming up next. Lauren's dad, Ryan Boyce, head tech official for the Outlaws. Lauren is also a track official at some of our events 2021. 18 years old, just graduated high school. Ryan and Lauren doing pretty well with the under construction John Deere this season. Sits in the number 3 spot in points. Out of Ottawa, Iowa. We're just up in Ottawa last Thursday night at the Monona County Fair. Super clean. Make grease and grime disappear. Super easy, super fast, super clean. Check them out at superclean.com. Your tough task cleaner degreaser. Stop over here at the Super Clean tent tonight. Sign up for some prizes. Give some prizes away. She has some samples over there as well. First diesel tractor we've seen here so far. In the light super stock class. Corey Schluter's on deck. Tyler Dorman is in the hole. All right, ladies, let's help her out. 18-year-old Lauren Boyce. Her job got just a little more difficult right after Mark Ulmer just made his pass with Eleanor. 331.4, the distance to beat. Here we go. She got that turbo spooled up and turn it loose. Lauren Boyce been taking a rough ride. A little off kilter there, heading left. Looks like the front end held together for the most part. Give her a round of applause. I'm sure that might have scared her just a little bit. 204.5, 204.5. Bring Corey Schluter up next, the barn burner. This tractor has been giving him fits as of late, trying to get things figured out. Can't seem to get it to go down the track. They've been scratching their heads all season trying to get it figured out. Hopefully they made some headway on that, as the tractor would not perform last night either over in Montgomery City. Farmers have many jobs. Case IH farmers make equipment. Want something done right? Ask a farmer. They don't wait for someone else. They roll up their sleeves and they get it done. At Case IH, that spirit runs deep, because our employees, our dealers, and their families farm millions of acres across North America, which is why we proudly say that if it bears our name, it was designed, engineered, and built by farmers. Case IH, caseih.com. Oh, I hope they got this thing dialed in today. This thing is a monster when it's running right. Corey Schluter, third generation puller. Clem Schluter, Chuck Schluter, and Corey Schluter. We saw Corey driving one of Clem's tractors, his 4-1 tractor. just a little bit ago led us off in the Limited Pro Stock class. Eleanor sitting out front at 331.4. Mark Ulmer leading the class there at that distance. Corey Schluter out of Carrollton, Missouri. The barn burner, John Deere. Well, Chuck's doing something there. Chuck making some last-minute adjustments here. Let's see if it works. Corey Schluter. Chuck spraying some more ether in there into those turbos, try to get some more heat built up. This tractor been giving them fits all season. Been racking their brains trying to get it figured out. And back to the drawing board it is. I give Corey Schluter a round of applause. You know he is super frustrated trying to get this tractor figured out.
At Frosted Frog, our mission is to offer quality, durable, reasonably priced coolers suitable for any occasion. They come in a variety of sizes that are perfect for everything, from vacations, social gatherings, and fun summer events, to the toughest conditions of a hard day's work. So stay frosty by visiting our website, www.frostedfrog.com, and choose from the great variety of colors and sizes we carry today.
That Ulmer feller set the bar pretty high, Keith. Yep. He does that a lot, doesn't he? Almost every weekend. And the guy's got two tractors, too. If one doesn't work right, the other one will, you know. So Tyler Dorman coming up next. Chuck Lee is on deck. Chad Carroll with the levee leaper will be in the hole. Alice Chalmers. We got any Alice Chalmers fans here? I believe this is our first AC tractor to go down the track tonight. Mark Ulmer. Mark Ulmer, you're being paged to move your tractor in a staging area. Mark Ulmer, being paged. Need you to move your tractor. Tyler Dorman, out of Sweet Springs, Missouri. The Punkin Express, Alice Chalmers. Makes a nice, easy pass right up the middle there. Tyler Dorman not going to get past the mark set by Mark Ulmer. See where he ended up here. 268.35 puts it in the number 3 spot. He'll bump Jason Valentine down to 4th. Take over that number 3 position. Chuck Lee in the Rawhide tractor coming up next. Followed by Chad Carroll and the Levy Leaper. Five tractors to go before we go to the 10,000-pound heavy pro stocks. Then the super modified 2-wheel drives. Then the light limited pro stocks. Still a lot of pulling left to do here. A lot of pulling action. Give Tyler Dorman a round of applause. Just moved into the number 3 spot with that hook. We're ready for Chuck Lee and Rawhide. Chuck Lee out of Macon, Missouri. Calls it Rawhide International. Chuck Lee comes to a stop with Rawhide. Chuck Lee goes 256.13, 256.13 feet. Puts him in the number 5 position. Next tractor coming up, the Levy Leaper, the Carroll family. Tractor used to be campaigned by Ivan Carroll. Chad Carroll driving. I believe Chad is the grandson of Ivan Carroll. They're out of Clarence, Missouri. Then Dean Carroll on deck. If I get this straight, Dean is Chad's dad. These guys are pulling back to back here. Classic tractors, you don't see these too much around anymore. Cockshut, the Levy Leaper.
No, that's not what you said.
10,000-pound pro stocks ought to be getting lined up back there in the staging areas. Here we go, Chad Carroll. Out of Clarence, Missouri, the Levy Leaper. Well, shucks. Had an opportunity to pull back on that throttle before that 100-foot mark. He stuck with it. Going to come up short. 208.07 for Chad Carroll and the Levy Leaper. Currently puts him in the number 7 spot. Three tractors to go. Dean Carroll, Chuck Schluter, and Mark Ulmer. Shaffer Oil and Specialized Lubricants, offering the highest quality and proven products that work. Shaffer Oils and Lubricants are the best money can buy with, and will extend the life of your vehicle and your equipment. Shaffer products will help improve your bottom line with more miles between oil changes and greases and lubes that will make your equipment last longer. Since 1839, ShafferOil.com. This is Dean Carroll. Out of Clarence, Missouri, another cockshut. This one called the Salt River Savage. Got any Cockshut fans out here? The old Cockshut tractors. Well, a lot of those old Cockshuts got chopped up for the rear ends back in. They started modifying these tractors and putting V8s in them, and it was a pretty tough rear end back in the day. I remember as a kid, young kid, going to the tractor pulls, you'd always hear that. 2 Chevrolets and a Cockshut rear end. It's pretty common here in that last part. Rolls the slack out of the chain, looking for the green flag. Got to beat 331.4. Dean Carroll, Salt River Savage. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Doggone it. Dean comes off the tractor, pulling the side shield off, looking, inspected in there, see what happened. Folks, if you haven't stopped over to see Delton over at the souvenir trailer, make sure you do so before you leave here tonight. He has all the new Outlaw gear over there. He's got brand new Outlaw flags, T-shirts, and hats. Delton gets pretty excited about some of the new products he's come up with this year for the Outlaws. He also has a lot of products over there that aren't related to the Outlaws. He's got anything that pertains to a diesel power plant, the name brand, Peterbilt, Cummins, Cat, Kenworth, you name it, he's got it on a hat or a T-shirt over there. Well, not sure what's going on with Salt River Savage. Need to get word from the track crew what's happening here. Neck brace comes off. That's usually an indicator that they're done. So obviously did a little damage. Didn't necessarily sound like a turbo. Could have been a pressure tube or something in there that let go. Give Dean Carroll a round of applause. Definitely not the way he envisioned this night going. But in tractor pulling, it's never if, it's when. These machines pushed way beyond their limits. They're going to break at one point or another. Two tractors to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the light super stock division before we go big pros, 10,000-pound pro stocks. Chuck Schluter out of Carrollton, Missouri, the Grand River Deer. 273.53 feet, 273.53. Puts Chuck Schluter in the number 3 spot with 1 to go. Tractor originally campaigned as a super farm / light super stock. These guys used to throw weight between the two classes. The super farm class being 9,200 pounds. The light super stock being 6,300. Chuck said that was back in their younger days when they could throw all that weight around between classes. Last tractor in the light superstock class is Mark Ulmer. Said that name quite a few times during this light superstock class. He currently is in the lead with the Eleanor tractor, sitting out front at 331.4. This is the tractor leading the points right now. He won the points in 2019. He's leading the points right now with the weapon. We get John or Keith Dorman come to the announcer's trailer. John or Keith Dorman. Scratch that. Now you got to wonder what's going on in Mark Ulmer's head right now. Am I going to punish this tractor to try to beat myself? Am I going to hit it hard enough just to get out in front of second place? Maintain my lead in the points? Because he's sitting 1 and 2 in the points. 1 with this tractor, 2 with the Eleanor tractor. I have a feeling I know what he's going to do. I think he's going to get after it. Rolls the slack out of the chain. Minnow, South Dakota, Mark Ulmer. Case IH called the weapon. How about it? Give him a round of applause. He had that thing walking and talking, but never pulled back on the throttle. .322.8 puts him in the number 2 spot. He does not beat the blue Eleanor tractor. So Mark Ulmer goes 1 and 2. First with Eleanor, second with the weapon. Derek Otto goes 3rd with Yellow Fever. Chuck Schluter in the Grand River Deer goes 4th. In 5th place, Tyler Dorman with the Pumpkin Express. Jason Valentine in Fool's Gold goes 6th. Chuck Lee in Rawhide 7th. In 8th is Jim Scheffler with Too Much Fun. Chad Carroll in the Levy Leaper goes 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Lauren Boyson with Under Construction. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for our light superstocks. Well, folks, they're going to have to add some weight to the sled. We're going from a 6,000-pound class to a 10,000-pound pro stock class. So if you need to stretch your legs, it'd be a good time to do it. You want to get something to eat, something to drink, the Sweet Springs FFA chapter has their Concession stand set up over here. They've got pork loin sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, chips, soda pop, ice cold water, and tea over here. Under the blue tent over here beside the announcer's trailer.
This is a seed bag. This bag is made of craft paper with a cellophane liner and provides nothing for seed growth. This is a seed bed. It was prepared with Case IH soil management tools. It optimizes everything from nutrient access to water infiltration to create the perfect environment for early, uniform emergence. Get to know why your seed bed drives productivity at caseih.com/soil management.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Shaffer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Shaffer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Shaffer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
At Frosted Frog, our mission is to offer quality, durable, reasonably priced coolers suitable for any occasion. They come in a variety of sizes that are perfect for everything, from vacations, social gatherings, and fun summer events to the toughest conditions of a hard day's work. So stay frosty by visiting our website, www.frostedfrog.com, and choose from the great variety of colors and sizes we carry today.
In nature, on the farm, at the game, on the farm, in the moment, on the farm, in the conversation, on the farm. With Case IH AFS Connect, you're free to farm, share data, and manage your fleet. However, whenever, and wherever you want. Case IH, rethink productivity.
At Harvest, you have one goal: finding the perfect flow of grain from the field to the bin. Case IH axial flow combines are engineered for matched capacity to deliver proven grain savings, so you can keep efficiency flowing smoothly. Find yours with the Case IH axial flow.
Folks, if you're watching at home on Outlaw Pulling TV, we appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us. We're here in Sweet Springs, Missouri. Getting ready to start the Heavy Pro Stock class. Going to get started here in the Pro Stock class with a 2018 points champion out of Nordheim, Texas. This is Clint Maiden. The bulletproof buck. Sweet Springs, Missouri, makes some noise. That was a beautiful pass. He is the first puller, and he does have the option. I cannot see him turning that down. .331.44 feet for Clint Maiden and the bulletproof buck. Tractor currently sits in the number one spot in the points. Currently 2 points ahead of the Gangrene tractor driven by Gray Porter. 3 points ahead of his son Connor Maiden. 11 points ahead of Kyle Karstens and Lotta Green. Next puller going to be Jeff Parker out of Martinsville, Ohio. John Deere tractor called Road Gear Plus. Jeff brought 2 John Deeres with him this weekend. Hooked last night in Montgomery City. These big pros have a 680 cubic inch limit. Of course, that single 5-inch Weimer turbocharger producing all the boost. Out of Martinsville, Ohio, Jeff Parker, Road Gear Plus. Jeff Parker with a good-looking hook, the Road Gear Plus tractor. .307.35, not enough to get past Clint Medding and the Bulletproof Buck. If you're into the mechanical side of things, pretty neat article you can look up online. Engine Builder magazine did an article on an Outlaw Pro Stock power plant. Pretty interesting to read. There we'll get another AGCO, another AC tractor out here. Cody Scheibe out of Sedalia, Missouri. Just to give you an idea of the horsepower, these tractors are making somewhere in the neighborhood of 3,000 horsepower coming out of a 680 cubic inch engine with a single 5-inch turbocharger. Cody Scheibe's got his work cut out for him here. Clint Medding, the Bulletproof Buck, current points leader in the class, sitting in the number one spot at 331.44. Cody Scheibe, AC Express. The AC Express going to come up short of the mark. 300.80, 300.8 for Cody Scheibe. Puts him in the number 3 spot. Daniel Ridnour coming up next. On the dirt slinging deer. He's out of Monette, Missouri. Dirt slinging deer coming up, finished 5th last night in a class of 13 over at the Montgomery County Fair. Of course, I'm using the Outlaw Pulling app to check standings and results. If I look under Pro Stock under season standings, the dirt slinging deer currently sits in the number 7 position overall in points. Spot the sled over there on the far left side. I think you got a fire built in it. I see some smoke. This tractor is one of the Yarrick tractors owned by David Yarrick of Rich Hill, Missouri. They have 2 tractors pulling in this Pro Stock division. We'll see Cody Yarrick out here directly on a John Deere called Gone. Case IH with Farmall, Vestrum, and Maxim tractors from 35 to 150 PTO horsepower. There's a hardworking, reliable model that's right for your operation. Case IH tractors are designed for comfort and control, so you get more done every day. Check out your next Case IH tractor online at caseih.com or go see them at your local dealer. Case IH, title sponsor of the Outlaws. Case IH Thunder in the Dirt Outlaw Pulling Series. Doug Sabatka's on deck. Kyle Karsten's in the hole. .331.44, the mark to beat. Going to take a good run to beat Clint Medding, take him out of that top spot. Here we go. Rolls the slack out of the chain. Waiting on that green flag. Daniel Ridnour out of Monett, Missouri. Dirt slinging deer. Daniel Ridnour trying his best to get past the mark set by Clint Medding. Moves into the number 2 spot at 316.83. Yeah, if we could go back somehow and watch the replay of that run by Clint Medding, that was an awesome pass. He pulled the front wheels up and they just kind of hung there and he just went out the gate. He had a good hold on the track, a good hook. Frosted Frog coolers and tumblers, roto-molded coolers, vacuum insulated tumblers, and apparel. Find your Frosted Frog cooler online at frostedfrog.com. Stop over and see Delton over at the Outlaw Souvenir Trailer. He's got some Frosted Frog coolers over there as well. The limited selection. He's got a few over there. Always sells at least a couple of those coolers at every show. Those things are really cool. The coolest coolers on planet Earth, frostedfrog.com. Next puller going to be Doug Sabatka out of Diagonal, Iowa. Tractor's called Let's Go. These pro stock pullers still going to that left side. Doug Sabatka and Let's Go currently 8th in the point standings. Looking at last night, Let's Go finished 6th overall at the Montgomery County Fair. Got to get past 331.44 to take the lead. Doug Sabatka, Diagonal, Iowa. Let's go. Oh, check it out. Doug Sabatka. Nice hook. Had to get past the mark set by Clint Manning of 331.44. Doug Sabatka goes right up the left sideline and into the lead at 331.58. Give a round of applause, Doug Sabatka, your new number one. Fourteen hundredths of 1 foot, the difference between first and second. Kyle Karsten's coming out of Parker, Kansas. Tractor called Lotta Green. Fairly new tractor. Let's get used to it last year. Steadily saw the tractor improve throughout last season. Really got it running good here in 2021. He finished third last night in Montgomery City. As we look at the points standings here in this pro stock division, currently sits in the number 4 spot, 11 points out of the lead. .331.58. The new lead distance. Doug Sabatka in the lead with Let's Go. This is Kyle Karsten's Lotta Green. Kyle Karsten's following the same line. We saw Doug Sabatka go up that left side. We wait for that official distance here. Need to thank DeKalb brand seed corn. Whether you measure success in bushels per acre or distance you can pull, winning is more than a goal. It's a state of mind, because winning has roots. Thank you to DeKalb for being a proud sponsor of the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. DeKalb.com. right, having a technical difficulty with the sled. Unleash the power with AirDog. AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems available for most diesel engines. Could be in your semi or your tractor. Can also be used for off-road use, high-performance use. AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems increase power, improve fuel economy, reduce emissions, smooth engine idle, and provide longer injector life. Check them out at airdogdiesel.com. Unleash the power with AirDog heavy-duty diesel fuel systems. Everybody having fun tonight? Let's have a little competition here while we're trying to get the sled fixed up. Who here tonight has a mullet? Let's have the best mullet competition here. Best mullet wins a Case IH hat. How about that? Come on, if you want to compete, come on over here in front of the announcer's trailer. We're going to give a hat to the best mullet. You got a mullet? You don't have a mullet. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Mullets are back in style, don't you know? They're coming back. Uh-oh, we got our first mullet competitor. Yeah. What's your name? Elijah. Elijah is our first mullet competitor. Take your hat off, Elijah. Let the crowd see your beautiful hair. See your beautiful mullet. Do we have any other? Come on over here. Don't be shy. We got another mullet over here. Come on. It's all for fun. All right, what's your name? Logan. Look, check out that mullet on Logan. Logan's rocking the mullet. We got any other takers? Any other competitors? Oh, I see mullets coming this way. Go down front here. What's your name? Brock. Brock is rocking the mullet. All right, we got 3 competitors here. All right. We got Logan, Brock, and Elijah. So, Elijah, go ahead and take your hat off. If we're going to do this by crowd response, by applause here. So, we want to hear everybody applauding, and whoever gets the most response is going to win a Case IH hat. We got another one? All right. What's your name? All right, we got Jared, too. Jared, go to the other end of the line there. Try to keep you guys in line here and remember all your names. All right, Elijah. If you want to vote for Elijah for best mullet, put your hands together. All right, how about Brock? Brock is rocking the mullet. How about Logan? Is that your mom, Logan? Oh. And we've got Jared. Put your hands together for Jared. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I think it was a tie. We got 4 hats. Give them all 4 a Case IH hat. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Elijah, Brock, Logan, and Jared rocking the mullets this weekend here in Sweet Springs, Missouri. Thanks, guys. Been good sports. Appreciate it. All right, 315.58 for Kyle Carson's in Lotta Green. Puts him in the number 4 spot. Jeff Parker, entry number 2, out of Martinsville, Ohio. About a 700-mile trip, 650 to 700 miles to Martinsville from Sweet Springs. Tractor is called Road Gear Plus. Nope. Road Gear Plus already went down a track. He's got 2 tractors. This one's called Out for Justice. Got to beat 331.58. Jeff Parker, out of the Buckeye State, Out for Justice. Jeff Parker burns it in, shy of the distance needed to take the lead. Not going to get out there where he needed to be. .59 feet, 300.59 with Jeff Parker and Out for Justice. Great Porter out of Mercer, Missouri, coming up next with Gang Green. Gage Porter on deck with the rut cutter. Tony Workman and tapped out in the hole. Next tractor coming up. Currently number 2 in the points. Got 3 wins in a row under his belt. Started out in Whitewright, Texas. Saturday night session in Whitewright. Great Porter and Gang Green took the number 1 spot. Then Friday night in Rock Valley, Iowa. Gray took the win. The rest of the Rock Valley show was rained out on Saturday. Then last night in Montgomery City, Gray took his 3rd win in a row. Two points out of first place in the point standings, right behind Clint Medding and the Bulletproof Buck. Been on a roll as of late with 3 in a row. Gray Porter, the G team. Gangrene out of Mercer, Missouri. That tractor is a monster. Let's see if it was enough. 331.58 was the mark to beat. Doug Sabatka, let's go, sitting in the top spot. Had to beat 331.58. Gray Porter goes 332.78 for the lead. Looking for win number 4. Gray Porter moves into the lead with Gangrene. .2 feet separating first and second. Pushes Doug Sabatka back to the number 2 spot. Next puller is Gray's brother, Gage Porter, out of Mercer, Missouri, driving Steve Bailey's tractor. Tractor's called the Rut Cutter. Tractor comes out of Odessa, Missouri. Gage is from Mercer. Now, you heard me refer to Gray's team as the G team. His father and son's pulling team, every one of the sons, the dad included, their first names start with G, every single one of them. You got Gary, you got Gage, you got Gray. Then you got the tractor, which is Gangrene, 2 G's again, so I call them the G team. The mom is Lori. Yeah. That doesn't fit in the story very well. But Gage coming up is Gray's brother, driving the Rut Cutter tonight as he did last night over in Montgomery City. Tony Workman's on deck. Connor Medding and a bull wagon in the hole. Northwoods Engineering. Northwoods heads engineered to win. High-performance cylinder heads and manifolds, high-performance parts for tractor pulling. NorthwoodsEngineering.com. As we patiently await for Gage Porter. Okay, Rut Cutter not going to fire. We're going to move past him, give him time to get it started. Tony Workman climbing in the seat of tapped out right now. Whether you're in the cab or off the farm, you're in control with the new AFS Connect Steiger from Case IH. Check out your new Case IH tractor at your local Case IH dealer, or check them out online at caseih.com.
In nature,
On the farm. At the game. On the farm. In the moment. On the farm. In the conversation. On the farm. With Case IH AFS Connect, you're free to farm, share data, and manage your fleet. However, whenever, and wherever you want. Case IH, rethink productivity.
The class full of green tractors. Nice to see this red international of Tony Wertman coming up next. Tony Wertman took the win back in June in Ravenna, Nebraska on Saturday night. Took second behind Gangrene on Saturday night in Whitewright, Texas. We got any Tony Wertman fans here? Any Tapped Out fans? We got any international fans? John Deere sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. Preparing to bag a buck. Going deer hunting. Tony Wertman, Montgomery City, Missouri, Tapped Out. Trying to get past Gangrene at 332.78. Finds himself in the number 4 spot at 317.22. Four tractors to go. Current points leader. His dad is the current points leader. He's sitting number 2. This is Connor Medic, defending points champion from last season. Rookie of the year in 2020. Connor Medic. Young man out of Nordheim, Texas. "17 years old, Connor Medic. Won Rookie of the Year and won the points title last season with this tractor in his rookie season. Dad, Clint Medding, out, helping him get backed up to the sled. All right, correction. Connor sitting number 3 in the point standings, just 3 points out of the lead. 1 point behind the second place tractor, which is Gray Porter and Gangrene. It is leading this class right now here tonight. These guys will battle it out all season long. .332.78, the magic number. Rolls the slack out of the chain. Defending points champion, Connor Medding, out of Nordheim, Texas. Bull wagon. Connor Medding laying down a nice pass. Was it enough? Had to beat 332.78. He goes 321.59. 321. 321.59. Chuck and Corey Schluter, you're being requested to come back to your pit area back there to move a couple tractors. A couple semis are trying to get out, and they can't get past your tractors. Chuck and or Corey Schluter, head back to your pit area, please. Connor Medding moves into the number 4 spot. Gray Porter hangs on to the lead. Three tractors to go. David Yarrick coming up next, followed by Robert Davison and Red Iron. And we're hoping that Gage Porter was able to get the rut cutter fired up. We need a pull-off tractor. We need a pull-off tractor at the end of the track. Chuck and or Corey Schluter, please go back to your pit area. Need a pull-off. Need a pull-off. The big end of the track. David Yarrick. Coming up next. Tractor normally driven by his son, Cody Yarrick. Cody had to go to a wedding tonight, I think. So Dad's doing driving duties. David Yarrick coming out. He's out of Rich Hill, Missouri. Got a tough row to hoe here to get past Gray Porter and the Gangrene machine. This tractor currently sixth in the point standings. Had a good hook last night with Cody driving. Finished second out of 13 tractors. Gray Porter and the Gangrene tractor beat him by close to 5 feet, just under 5 feet last night in Montgomery City. David Yarrick, Rich Hill, Missouri, gone. Makes a nice hook straight up the left side. .326.16, 326.16 puts him in the number 4 spot. With 2 tractors to go before we make some noise with super modified 2-wheel drives. Should be Robert Davison coming up next with Red Iron out of Malloy, Iowa. Then Gage Porter with a rut cutter. Should be the last hook in the class. Gray Porter's got 2 more bullets to dodge here. If he can outlast these last 2 tractors and dodge these bullets, he will have gone 4 in a row. 4 wins in a row with Gangrene. Robert Davison out of Malloy, Iowa. Red iron. Last red tractor in the class. The last tractor coming up is a John Deere. If we've got any international fans in the house, any red fans at all, you better make some noise. It's your last shot. First 5 spots, the first 5 positions, the top 5 are all John Deere. Robert Davison in red iron. Got a tough task ahead here. He actually finished last in the field last night in Montgomery City. Going to put it all together here tonight at Sweet Springs to get past Gray Porter, looking for his 4th win in a row. This is Robert Davison, Malloy, Iowa, red iron. Not going to do it. One more big pro to go. .288.45, 288.45 for Robert Davison. Gage Porter and the Rut Cutter coming up next. Last tractor in this Pro Stock class. Then we go super modified, 2-wheel drive. $13 Super Mod 2-wheelers. Then light limited Pro Stocks. Last class of the night, 12 light limited Pros. Crops stand stronger, bins fill faster, margins grow wider with DeKalb. The history of success starts with the consistent yield potential of DeKalb brand corn, featuring exclusive genetics, whole farm solutions, and unmatched DeKalb dealer support to help you realize a future of performance with DeKalb. DeKalb.com. Folks, want to formally invite you all out to the Central Missouri Honor Flight Charity Tractor Pull at Macon, Missouri, Saturday, August the 14th. We'll have Pro Stock tractors, 7,400-pound modified tractors, Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, light Super Stocks, limited Pro Stocks, Super Mod 2-wheel drives, modified 4-wheel drives, and light limited Pro Stock tractors, all there in Macon on August the 14th. At the 5th Annual Central Missouri Honor Flight Charity Tractor Pull. Gage Porter out of Mercer, Missouri, driving the Rut Cutter, normally driven by Steve Bailey, owned by Steve Bailey, out of Odessa. Gage trying to get past the mark set by his brother Gray on the Gang Green tractor. Last tractor in the class, it's brother against brother. Got to beat 332.78 feet to win it. Gage Porter.
Built itself the hardwood floor in this tractor. Everything pretty much state of the art. David goes out and has a good time. Carl's pretty big chunk of crowd up there on the street now.
Nice great hook. It appears to get it done. 313.43 feet, 313.43. Top 10 in the number 10.
FFA here, Ian Ellsworth has given us here this evening.
Ninth with the number 7 spot is Daniel Ridnour with Dirt Slinging Deer. Tony Workman and Tapped Out goes 6th. Connor Meddig in the Bull Wagon winds up in the number 5 spot. David Yarrick and Gone is 4th. Clint Meddig and the Bulletproof Buck wind up in the number 3 spot. Doug Sabatka and Let's Go finishes runner-up tonight. And for the 4th time in a row, 4 in a row for this young man, Gray Porter, one of our young guns, Gang Green, wins the night in the heavy pro stock class. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to a super heavy pro stock class here tonight. We're going to make some noise. We're going to shift gears, go super modified, 2-wheel drives coming up, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't bring ear protection, this will be the loudest class of the night. The souvenir trailer does have ear protection available if you need some. Supermod two-wheelers coming up, weighing at 6,200 pounds. There's a 650 cubic inch limit. 1471 supercharger, the maximum size on the supercharger. The engine block must be able to swing a factory crankshaft. Trucks are making somewhere in the neighborhood of 26 to 2,800 horsepower. Most of the power plants, if not all, are Hemis, Chrysler-based Hemis. They're burning VP alcohol, VP Racing Fuels methanol. Powers all these two-wheelers. Our lineup of super modified two-wheel drives. First puller will be Donald Nelson with the little whip. Robert Zychek and Gunsmoke behind him. Then David Barnett with Second Chance. Dustin Corliss, Seth Markey, Trevor Fitzsimmons. Robert Zychek on Texas Two-Step. Trevor Fitzsimmons on Country Heat. Barry Bice and Bustin' Out. Bill Oberste with the Missouri Gambler. Timmy Mikowski with Thumper. Don Nelson with Whip It. And Richard Morris with the Buffalo's Chips. Stop fire, fire extinguishers. The world's best fire extinguisher. Not only puts out the fire, it leaves zero mess. Zero mess. It's made right here in the United States. 100% guaranteed. It's a proprietary blend of liquefied fire suppression gases that not only puts out the fire, but also prevents reignition. Every one of our track officials is armed with a Stop Fire fire extinguisher. Get your very own at ake.com. $13 Supermod two-wheel drives. Over half of the class coming out of the Lone Star State. 7 of the 13 are from Texas. These guys majority of them live in South Texas, Columbus, Cat Springs. These guys drive through Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, then Missouri to get here. They'll actually log more miles across the state of Texas than they will all the other states combined to come up here to Sweet Springs, Missouri. Donald Nelson out of Cat Spring, Texas. A veteran puller. Been pulling a long, long time. Pulled all over this United States of America. Has a couple of two-wheel drives. Also has a couple of modified tractors as well. Here we go. Let's kick the tires and light the fires. Let's make some noise. Super modified two-wheel drive. Don Nelson, the Little Whip. How about it? Nice hook for Don Nelson. .89 feet, 338.89. He is the option puller. He has the option as the first puller in the class to take it or drop it, come back. It'd definitely be tough dropping that hook. It did seem like the truck kind of shut off prematurely. Not sure if that happened purposefully or if the truck actually shut off. I think we need a pull off. We need a pull off. Going to keep the hook. .338.89. Pull off. Need a pull off on the track.
ITF Ellsworth has given us here this evening. As he swallows it up, 3-3 champion 2016, the Hampton Trucker.
The pullers here that were here or were in Montgomery City last night, we picked up a tow strap in the pit area. It was by the Outlaw trailer. Somebody lost a tow strap. If that person happens to be here tonight, I know we have all the classes here tonight except for one that we had last night in Montgomery City. So if any of the pullers that can hear my voice, if you lost a tow strap, and you were using it over by the Outlaw trailer, the old souvenir trailer, we've got your tow strap. Robert Zychek out of Columbus, Texas. Couple of wins under his belt this season. Took first in Ravenna on Friday night, out in Ravenna, Nebraska in June. Took first on the Friday night session down in Whitewright, Texas as well. (2019) Outlaw two-wheel drive points champion Robert Zychek. Gunsmoke. Robert Zychek pulling it way down track. 350.76. So Whitey Zychek moves into the lead at 350.76. Next puller is David Barnett. We need a pull off. Need a pull off on the track. Pull off. There we got it. There we got it. Pull-offs, be ready. Pull-off vehicles. Need you to be ready. This next truck, David Barnett out of Bertrand, Missouri, called Second Chance. Come out of nowhere last night and kicked everybody's tail over in Montgomery City. Had a really good hook. Dustin Corliss, you're on deck. Seth Markey, you're in the hole. David Barnett going for 2 in a row out of Bertrand, Missouri. Calls it Second Chance. David Barnett looks to be short. Had a heck of a pass last night. 313.7. Dustin Corliss coming up next. Seth Markey, you're in the hole. Trevor Fitzsimmons and Pro Design, you're in the hole. Seth Markey on deck. Trevor Fitzsimmons in the hole. We have a pull-off ready down there at the big end. Next tractor, or next two-wheeler coming out of Cat Spring, Texas, Dustin Corliss, the Run and Tell It T-Bucket. Pretty rough night last night. Blew the burst panel on the blower intake manifold. Didn't get past the 100-foot. They took it back because he was able to pull again, not getting past the 100-foot mark. They went back, put another burst panel in it, did the exact same thing again. So hopefully they got that thing figured out and they'll get him down the track tonight. All right, I just got word from the Sweet Springs FFA concession. After the next truck, all sandwiches are half price. After the next truck, all sandwiches half price. Dustin Corliss, one win this season with the Outlaws. Back in June, early June in Ravenna, Nebraska. Took the win on the Saturday night session. Edged out Robert Zychek for the win with the run and tell it machine. To get past Robert Zychek tonight, you'll have to go farther than 350.76. Dustin Corliss, run and tell it. Dustin found some of the rough spots out there on the track. Obviously hit a couple of holes out there. Pretty tough sledding. 309.24 feet. 309.24. Seth Markey, High Cotton coming up next. Let's rock and roll them. Let's get them fired and go. Seth Markey out of McAdoo, Texas. Trevor Fitzsimmons and Pro Designs, you're on deck. Robert Zychek and Texas Two-Step, you're in the hole. Let's go. Let's get a fire in it. Let's go. Seth Markey, High Cotton. (2019) points champion Robert Zychek sitting in the lead right now at